You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know. And he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that was just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky.
Or want to know.
I think Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez.
I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So shows what I know. so I don't know. I think that's a lot of weight class jumping. We'll see.
But I could see even Crawford getting knocked out like Amir Khan style though.
Do you give Terence Crawford any chance to beat Canelo?
I don't see it happening.
After watching Canelo Alvarez's intense training footage, several boxing experts are now warning Terence Crawford to think twice before stepping into the ring with him. On the other hand, Roy Jones Jr. said Crawford's skill outweighs the size gap. He believes the key is whether Crawford can handle punches at a higher weight.
When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much. Only thing that matters with the weight is can you take the punch. And I'm sure you've been sparring with super middles and light heavies, so I'm sure you probably can take the punch. So that's the only thing when you got skill. Now if you don't have a skill, you can't take the weight, take it up, because you're gonna lose your punch, you're gonna lose everything. When you got skill, all your stuff that you have goes up with you. You talk to the GOAT. I went out with a heavyweight.
No, it's a lot of the people, which is why I brought up, would use the weight as an advantage for Canelo. But I agree, and you're right. Canelo fights obviously taller fighters all the time and wins. It's about skill as opposed to, a lot of the time anyway, as opposed to weight.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, I'm not really worried about the weight. I'm worried about the skill level that they use during the fight.
Robert Garcia also thinks Crawford's speed and sharpness give him a real chance. He said Canelo does just enough to win and lacks the urgency he once had, which could favor Crawford.
It's a fight that most of the people don't give Crawford a chance because of the size, but he's got skills, man. He's got skills. He's got good speed, good footwork. That's why I do give him a chance.
You do give Crawford.
I do give Crawford a chance, of course. You know, Canelo's last few fights, you know, he does his work. He gets work done.
Garcia added that Canelo fights more for business now. He looked slower and less active in his last fight. If Crawford stays smart and mobile, he has a good shot.
Never does that little extra to please or to. He knows he doesn't need to anymore, so he's just comfortable enough with just securing the win. He became a businessman, and I think that could be something in favor of Crawford, that if he comes out in his best and good footwork, you know, Canelo is flat-footed. He you know, his last fight, especially against the runner, he was throwing one punch at a time. Didn't even try to be aggressive and get him into the ropes, throw combinations of 4 or 5 punches. He never even tried that. So I think at this stage, I am giving Crawford a big chance of maybe pulling it out.
However, Teofimo Lopez thinks Crawford could surprise people, but he warned that Crawford's low activity could be a problem in such a big fight.
I've been saying Canelo, but I think Crawford might pull something, you know?
Why?
I think that the odds are in his favor as far as that, you know? The reason why people are going to tune in is not just because of Canelo, it's going to be mainly because of the Crawford. How is he going to do going up, you know, 2 more weight classes, you know, especially after the Maldrama fight that he had in, last year? Mm-hmm. I think that's the problem, though. Crawford is fighting too many. He's not fighting a lot. He's fighting once every year. That's bad.
However, Ryan Garcia favors Canelo due to size. He said Canelo can push heavyweights and will be more comfortable being the naturally bigger man.
When you have 2 great fighters, great things can happen. But I could see even Crawford getting knocked out like Amir Khan style, though.
Do you give Terence Crawford any chance to beat Canelo?
I don't see it happening, but he could definitely prove me wrong. But I just think, bro, like, I mean, I've trained with Canelo, I've been around him. Bro can really push back heavyweights. So I don't know how he's, like, because this is the first time Canelo's actually bigger than somebody in a long time. So it's like the weights are lifted off, and now he could fight even more freely, you know? So I'm actually interested to see, bro. I can't wait for the fight. I'm definitely going to be backing Canelo, but You know, Crawford is a great fighter and he could surprise me, but right now where I would put my money is Canelo Alvarez.
Moreover, Mike Tyson dislikes the matchup for Crawford. He said the size gap is too much and pointed to Crawford's struggle with Madrimov as a warning.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know. And he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky.
Or 1-0.
Shane Mosley believes Canelo's strength gives him the edge. He respects Crawford's skill, but thinks the size gap is too big to overcome.
I think it'll be a great fight. I think both guys are great fighters, but I think Canelo's just too big, and you know they mistake him as being just a guy at 168, not a regular guy, and Crawford being the more talented. But that's not the case. They're both talented, but the only thing is Canelo has them by 2 weight divisions. So I think that Canelo beats him pretty easily, but we'll see. If Crawford does good, I mean, kudos to Crawford. You know, I'm happy for him. If he can pull off, great. But my mental, my mind's telling me that Canelo's gonna probably beat him.
Mosley said Crawford must stay mobile and avoid clean shots to have a chance. Still, he favors Canelo due to his physical advantage.
I think that maybe I don't have to be all the way boring, but maybe it has to be boring spots. Yeah. So just because he's moving around and keeping his distance don't mean that he's running, right? Yeah. So if he can move and just stay a little bit outside the pocket long enough, then maybe he can win. But I'm thinking Canelo's gonna win. I think Canelo's gonna get a fight because Crawford is a fighter. He's a true fighter. He's a real fighter, but he's in a wrong weight division.
Antonio Tarver said skill, not size, will decide the fight. He questioned if Canelo is ready for Crawford's speed and precision.
No, bro, I know Crawford, and he's different. And see, the only thing different here is Canelo is not a bigger guy at that weight. He's not like he's standing 6'1", 6'2", like Bivol or one of those guys. So on fight night, the size is not going to be the main thing, the most important thing. It's going to be skill set. And both of them coming with their skill set. But what I haven't seen lately is the opponents that Canelo is facing. Those guys aren't going to get him ready for a guy like Crawford. So Canelo is going to have to go back to that grinding, turn back the hands of times too.
Jaron Boots. Ennis said Crawford may struggle with adding 14 pounds. He warned the extra weight could slow Crawford down and affect his performance, making the outcome hard to predict until fight night.
You said how difficult is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little difficult because you got to, what are you going to have to put on, like an extra 14 pounds, so he might be a little slower, or who knows, he could be faster, I don't know. Like, it's just, you got to add more weight and gain more muscle and stuff like that, moving up in weight and things like that, so it's a little harder, but I don't know. You know, we'll see on fight night how he'll look.
Jim Lampley believes Crawford can beat Canelo with speed, movement, and quick combinations. He said Crawford has the stamina to maintain a high pace and, if disciplined, could outbox Canelo.
You get out, get in, do damage, get out, and keep doing it over and over. It's an exhausting way to fight. You've got to have the conditioning to do it. But if Terence has the right conditioning, and he has never been under condition, he's always been in great shape. If Terence has the right condition and can get in and get out, oh heck yes, he has a chance to beat Canelo Alvarez.
Bob Arum said the weight difference will be a key factor. He praised Canelo's skills but believes Crawford is more refined overall. Despite the size gap, Arum said he would bet on Crawford due to his exceptional talent, though he acknowledged the weight could still influence the result.
It's very, very hard because of the difference in weight. I would think that if I had to bet the fight, that I would bet Terence, because Terence has more skills than Canelo. But he's given away a lot of weight, a lot of real weight, so that matters. But again, Terence is a tremendously skilled fighter. So is Canelo, a very skilled fighter, but he doesn't have the same skill set as Terence does.
Share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.